Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one is for Marvel's Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. Season 7, Episode number 4.
Yes, before we jump into Episode 4, I have first a couple comments from our patrons from Episode 3. The first one being from Bjorn Peterson, who says, "Hey guys, another great reaction. RJ, you are right. Daniel Sousa is a character from the Peggy Carter show. And J Rabbit, you are right again in recognizing the actor who played the racist dude Sharp. He was the enforcer from Prison Break who was thrown into a well. At least that's where I know him from. And since you love this show too, just saying, we were completely obsessed with Prison Break.
Yeah, that was my shit.
This guy used to like dream about Prison Break. Like it was insane. We love that show. We should have done reactions back in that time because there's some high quality gems.
Yeah. Prison Break was that show.
That would have been a great show to react to. Then executive producer comes through, Lasith Bandera, who says, "Love this episode and your reaction, guys. I loved how they went back to the 1950s and Area 51, and I loved Simmons and Coulson in this episode, and their questioning of the scientists was hilarious. Peggy Carter reference was also brilliant, and May was much better in this episode, and hopefully she will get better each episode. But I still think they need to diagnose the problem and fix her."
And she need to talk to Coulson.
Also, I'm really worried about Yo-Yo. It's been 3 episodes now where she was unable to use her power. Hopefully it's a mental block rather than her alien power is getting destroyed due to all the strike materials she absorbed. Also, Fitz needs to appear in the next couple of episodes because there's only 10 episodes left and we haven't seen him at all.
Let's get it.
Can't wait for the next episode. Totally agree. Fitz better be this episode.
We about to be halfway through, so I'm guessing Fitz probably come at the end of this one, if not in this one.
Hopefully. And then Doug Cowell comes through to drop a comment as well, who said, "Love Coulson's fanboyness. Love Daisy's look and confidence here. Glad to see May having a reaction." Hope we figure out what's going on with Yo-Yo soon. But my biggest takeaway, not a spoiler, I guess, based on that sparking eye ending, next episode will be weirder than even the rest of this season and then turn out to be a dream that Coulson has while he's under the influence of the EMP. Therefore, answering the age-old question of, do androids dream of electric sleep? Oh, of electric sheep. Oh, I get it. That would be crazy as heck.
You're trying to say the whole thing's been Coulson dreaming?
Or this episode will be.
Oh.
We shall see. And then a couple comments from YouTube. First being from that guy, who says the Ruby situation and the Malik situation are 2 different things. Yo-Yo killed Ruby because there was a possibility that she could do something bad in the future. Daisy ordered Deke to kill Malik because they know that he will be responsible for the deaths of thousands. That doesn't mean what Daisy did was right. It just means it's a different situation. I just argue that Daisy was such a B to Yo-Yo when she made that decision, and for Daisy just to be so nonchalant and making the exact same situation is not fair.
That was some BS.
Then Beta Artemis comments on that comment and says, "It is still the same concept. Daisy doesn't get to chew." Oh, that's exactly what I said. Daisy doesn't get to chew out Yo-Yo for disobeying orders when she decides to do the same thing. It is hypocrisy. I agree. And then the
Yo-Yo told her the same thing. So
the whatness came through to say, I was always saddened that Agent Carter's series never got the closure it deserved, so it was great to see Sousa here. I'm so excited to see what other threads they pull on throughout the season."
Yeah, me too. I mean, I know I'm wishing upon a star and I'm hoping for big things, but I know I'm not gonna get my wish of the big cameos that we think we want from the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I mean that's not.
You're just gonna have to settle for the ones they do give us, but.
I mean, there's a lot they can go back and revisit from just Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. itself.
That's
true. Give us all those cameos of all the people we haven't seen. Like I would be fulfilled.
And Nick Fury did appear on here twice.
Yeah. Golf Mog comes through again to say, "I've asked it before, but is it possible that Yo-Yo cannot yo-yo because her body knows she is with child?" That would be crazy.
Okay. I can see that.
And then Swan Pride comes through and says, "LOL, obviously you never watched Agent Carter. If you had, you would have recognized Sousa immediately. It was great to see him." Yeah, we totally said we hadn't seen that. But we did recognize that he had to be somebody special because they gave him the whole pause.
They gave him the TV intro. So obviously he was somebody.
He was somebody.
And he was somebody we didn't know, so we had to be somebody from something that everybody else knew.
Yeah. And then George comments on the same one since, yeah, I've been watching various reactions to see how they react to the introduction of Agent Daniel Sosa. The one who watch Agent Carter are like, that's Sosa!
Yeah.
The ones who don't have no reaction at all.
Don't know who it is at all.
It won't happen, but if the Runaways or Cloak and Dagger showed up, they may get the same reaction. Who are these kids? We would have the same reaction because we haven't watched those either.
Who them kids?
Who are these kids? Then Beta Artemis also drops his own comment saying, Space Deke from Season 5 wouldn't have killed Freddy on the spot either. People seem to have forgotten that Deke was literally given the chance to shoot the man who murdered his father, and he did not take the shot and let the guy live. He might be used to death, and he can make the hard decisions in the moment of emergency to defend people, but straight up murder has never been something he was capable. I think, though, there is a point to be made that Deke has definitely softened his personality and his trust in people too. So he's definitely a different person now.
Yeah, I mean, he run Facebook now, so you know.
I would totally recommend watching Agent Carter if you guys have the time. It's short and only 2 seasons, and think it would add to the enjoyment of the episode even more knowing Daniel Sosa as a character and his history with Peggy, especially as they were more than just partners and in fact were pursuing a romantic relationship before the show was canceled. Then, longtime supporter and patron comes through. Dennis D says, loving the show. Love the Peggy Carter seeds being planted. Yeah, May's panic attack might just open the floodgates. And quit messing with my yo-yo. You will be probed. LOL. 12 Chapin comes through and says, did you know the guy who played Daniel Sosa appeared in the Avengers as an unnamed cop? The theory is that the cop is Sosa's grandson. That's cool. I didn't know that.
No.
That's neat. No. And then just a few more comments from YouTube. Meredith Chandler comes through that says the team isn't jumping of their own volition.
Yeah. They following.
They are following the Chronicom. I think we ended up saying that. In episode 2, the Chronicoms acknowledged that the time jump was coming and they had to leave. Without watching the next week's promo, it doesn't look like they are leaving 1955 yet. And then George K comes through to say, no, the next episode will still be in the 50s. They haven't time jumped yet.
Well, there you go. So we ain't gonna move 20 more years.
Man, Fitz better show up.
Yeah.
Ghost8386 says, I enjoyed the Blade Runner reference. And then Will Parks ends up with the team of May and Yo-Yo is called Mayo.
Mayo.
I loved it so much. Thank you guys. As always, for all the comments, we try to feature those as often as we can. But I'm super excited to jump into episode 4 right now.
I couldn't use a 1950s phone to dial a 21st century airplane. There was only one number I knew to dial.
Is this the bar? Again?
No, it's a Hawaiian bar that they left 20 years ago.
These recruits today, they don't know what it means to be stuck with a bad SO.
Such a pleasure to hear your voice after 2 decades.
Glad you found a spot to hide out.
As am I.
Damn, I guess that worked out really good.
It will be a longed-for privilege to leave behind the S.h.i.e.L.D. safe house and rejoin you.
Sorry, Enoch. We'll have to link up with you later. Right now, I'm hoping you have a way to get a message to the Zephyr. It's urgent.
I can do better than that. I can transfer you directly now that I know the Zephyr is here in 1955. 24 years is plenty of time for a lonely Chronicom to know the hardware.
Fantastic.
Just do it. Just transfer.
Stand by.
We're the agents of status quo.
Sounds like you don't agree with it.
Sounds like you do.
I don't know.
You know, ain't no power steering in that shit. Okay? That's a motherfucking turn when you turn, man. Like, it's a turn, goddamn.
Nothing to worry about. I was worried. The team was a no-show.
Nothing to worry about.
An hourglass, sand up to my neck. Turns out the person I was looking for was looking for Deke.
Enoch, it's Yo-Yo.
The crazy canoe.
I am pleased word of my presence has gotten out. Perhaps your call indicates it's time for me to join the team.
I literally want to leave here.
To the Zephyr right now.
Leave here, please.
Happy to connect you.
Have a good connection. Yeah. So y'all don't need me at all? Okay.
There's my guy. I was waiting for the signal. Hat over his face.
Keep winging it.
Hat over his face.
Well, at least he took a suitcase that was the same.
I bought myself some time, but what I didn't have was the goods. The real McCoy was on the Zephyr.
There she is.
What is going on? Now she's
You need
like
to track
overly
down
like.
Sousa.
What is happening?
It's time we find that train.
And I don't think they
Agent's
didn't
like,
do nothing to make May look like she was
Must
in
be
the
exciting.
50s. She just still May,
It fills the days.
right?
What are the threats out there?
Russians.
Same for the lady.
Very good.
You're too kind.
I don't know her.
My pleasure.
Traveling alone is so tedious. May I cut in?
Ah, they came through.
It's just a little late.
Told you about you guys.
Gil. And then she like.
Too late for that drink?
Stark size only, huh?
We didn't tell him where we were from, but he knew something wasn't right.
Miss Carter.
Real name, Gemma Simmons.
Apologies.
So they can show him all the stuff because he's gonna die, babe.
Yeah.
You're giving me names. How about telling me what group you're with? Nobody has aeronautics like this. Not Langley. Definitely not S.h.i.e.L.D.
Our outfit's off the books. You've never heard of it.
Best we keep it that way.
You say you have the package? I think it's time you hand it over.
How is he not wild at this big ass plane right now?
Really?
This is it.
This thing.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I think Stark would be more impressed by your flying headquarters.
Our budget's also off the books.
I think S.h.i.e.L.D. has been infiltrated by Hydra.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
know.
Wait, what?
100%.
How do you know that?
It's classified.
It's 100% happening.
Yeah.
I like how
That's when it hit me. Sousa wasn't killed by the Russians. He was going to expose Hydra's presence within S.h.i.e.L.D. A great writer once said, "The past is never dead. It's not even past." Deke could now attest to that.
Yeah, so these are humans.
You don't have to do this, Freddie.
Yes, baby.
Nobody calls me that.
I did. Glad life worked out for you.
Well, it looks like it has for you too. You get to walk out of here instead of being carried out. Consider my debt paid. Although if I see you again, you won't be so lucky.
So was the front door left or right when I walk out?
You might
I'm
guess.
sure when you brought me in here.
Man.
No.
Buddy, it's Deke.
I'll connect you.
Oh, he said that nobody wants to talk to him. Oh my god, she's feeling other people's emotions.
And now? Less.
That's why when Susan shook her hand, he's confused.
You're not being overwhelmed by your own emotions. You're feeling everyone else's. The people you touch.
Wish we didn't have to leave the dock.
Me too, but he's 3,000 miles away. He's a Chronicom, though. So he'll be wherever we're headed to next. Which I hope is home.
Well, I mean, for the sake of the storyline, then he is still dead, so it's not going to impact the future.
Oh.
What did you shoot him with?
An ICER. It hasn't been invented yet.
S.h.i.e.L.D.
Future S.h.i.e.L.D. We're in a fight against body-snatching robots from another planet who want to wipe us out and take the Earth. The melting man you saw was one of them.
No more Mr. Nice Guy or Mr.
Why did Mac look like that? Like, all like, oh, God, here we go.
As it is certain S.h.i.e.L.D. will destroy all you have built, it is time to prevent that.
How?
By doing exactly
This is
what I
cheating.
say.
Babe, this is cheating.
Yeah. So it's all fucked up now.
Now it's totally, now everything's messed up.
Yeah. Alright, that was S.h.i.e.L.D. Episode number 4. And that was a good episode. And they now finally did change the timeline. I didn't think they were going into it intentionally to change the timeline.
I mean, the Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. didn't. But the Chromicons most definitely have now.
Well, they have now too. Yeah, I guess technically okay. I mean, you can go into like what happened to the body when they pulled Coulson out the water.
That's why they were there to grab the body, and they were like, yeah, they ID'd him. They probably figured all that out. ID'd him. That's why.
I'm about to say because they took care. Oh boy.
They literally faked it in the exact same manner, but they just switch the bodies out.
So it makes sense. Okay, so they didn't take. Now what they're gonna do with him in the future, I don't know. But yes, the Chronicon staying back is brilliant.
It was
because
super
now
smart
you can just help Hydra get past all the things that's gonna happen in the future, and there you go. So
like every single time S.h.i.e.L.D. has intervened or taken them down, all the elements that like led to their demise, they could plant seeds now to avoid leading up. It's cheating.
It is true, but
so
you know
cheating.
the ace in the hole is Enoch. Is still in every single timeline too now because he's left back there. And this episode for S.h.i.e.L.D., he wasn't needed. He will be needed.
I mean, he was needed. He helped connect them to the Zephyr.
Well, you know
but I feel like I thought I was gonna say this right at the end when Daisy was saying, "Oh, we don't have time to get him right now." I'm like, could somebody call him and be like, "Yo, we're gonna pick you up at the next one." Like we had to go. Like no one's communicating with him. Like why aren't they telling him? And he just had this quick on monologue about him being lonely. Like no one cares about me. That's not a good look either. Like they need to communicate with him. I thought Fitz was gonna show up.
I think it'd be very useful to have him going. I don't know. You're right. Maybe they could have called him before they left, but I guess they couldn't because they jumped. But they could have been like, "Hey." They could. Well, they don't even know. They don't even know the Chronicon stayed back yet. They don't know yet.
No. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying specifically addressing Enoch and being like, "My man, we couldn't get you this time because we had all of a sudden had to go to LA. Otherwise, we were totally gonna pick you up this time." Like, and they didn't even communicate. All they did was call and connect, and like didn't even speak to him at all about his situation, or even be like, "Yo, we're so sorry. We couldn't get you. We left you behind. Yay, we're glad you're here still." Like there was no real communication with him. They could have definitely had a better and like. I don't like the way that he had that, like, it's just me. Like, what if he leaves the bar and we don't know where he's at anymore because, like, he's feeling lonely?
Well, hopefully they apologize to him when they get to the 80s because I think that's
and hopefully he's still at the bar and it doesn't go off now because he's like, why am I even waiting around?
This fucking bar will be open for like 50 years.
Yeah, but we don't know. Enoch stays there. He could have been like now discouraged. He's like, why am I waiting? I waited 20 years. They didn't pick me up. Like, why am I staying at the same bar?
I mean, he does stay forever, so I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. But I do think they will use him to help out with the damn Hydra situation. Because if that's the case, if he doesn't, wherever they going now in the future, Hydra will just be running shit all day, all day. From this point on.
This is like, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, it's going to be real bad. And I don't know how they can fix that because I don't know if they can go back in time.
I think it's going to be, they're going to, I don't know. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. So they're making it very, very complicated, which is great.
They just threw another wrench in it. So, like, that was very smart writing, though, because, like, that's just smart. The rest of the ship goes, but let's leave somebody back and cause havoc. And why not meet up with Malik? Malik hates S.h.i.e.L.D. as well. Like they're in the beginning stages of like taking it over.
Malik straight up hates S.h.i.E.L.D. So it's gonna be really
smart.
good.
It was smart writing. I can't wait for the next episode.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look. Thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Marvel's Agents of S.h.i.E.L.D. Season 7, Episode number 4. And until next time, people. Peace.
John vibe in the air, let's go! I got the VIP locked down, cause I'm the hardest dude in the club right now. She got the VIP locked down, cause she the baddest chick in the club right now.
I got the